Long ago, in a land far away, lived a woman who couldn't have children. This made her very sad. One day, an angel appeared to her. "You will have a son," the angel said. "He will be special, he will be strong. He will save the Israelites from the Philistines." The woman was overjoyed. She couldn't wait to meet her son. The woman named her son Samson. The angel had given her specific instructions. Samson was to be a Nazirite. That meant he had to follow special rules. One of the most important rules was never to cut his hair. His hair was the source of his strength. As Samson grew, he became incredibly strong. He could lift heavy rocks. He could even fight off wild animals. Everyone knew that Samson was a special gift from God. He was destined for great things. Samson was brave and fearless. He knew that God was with him. He was ready to protect his people from their enemies. Samson was different, but that's what made him special. He had a purpose, and he wouldn't let anything stop him. He was ready to face any challenge that came his way. Everyone knew Samson's name. One day, Samson was walking through a vineyard. He saw a young lion roaring at him. Samson was not afraid. With his bare hands, he fought the lion. Can you believe it? He killed the lion with his bare hands. Samson was that strong. Later, Samson passed by the same spot. He saw a swarm of bees had built a hive in the lion's carcass. They were making honey. Samson scooped up some honey and ate it. It was the sweetest honey he had ever tasted. Samson told his parents about the lion and the honey. He didn't know it yet, but this would be the start of many amazing adventures. Samson was a true hero. He showed courage and strength that amazed everyone. People looked up to him. They knew Samson would always protect them. Samson fell in love with a Philistine woman. This made his parents upset. They didn't want him to marry someone from the enemy tribe. But Samson was stubborn. He was determined to marry her. During the wedding feast, Samson played a riddle game with some Philistine men. If they couldn't solve it, they had to give him gifts. The Philistines were tricked into cheating. They threatened Samson's wife. They forced her to tell them the answer to the riddle. Samson was furious when he found out. He felt betrayed. He left the feast and went on a rampage. He attacked and killed many Philistines. This started a huge fight between the Israelites and the Philistines. The Philistines were scared of Samson's strength. They wanted to defeat him once and for all. They knew about his long hair. They heard it was the source of his power. The Philistine leaders went to a woman named Delilah. They offered her a reward if she could discover the secret of Samson's strength. Delilah pretended to love Samson. She begged him to tell her his secret. Samson refused at first. He knew she was working with his enemies, but Delilah was very persuasive. She wouldn't stop asking. Finally, Samson gave in. "My strength comes from my hair," he whispered. "If it is cut, I will be as weak as any other man." That was Samson's big mistake. While Samson slept, Delilah cut off his hair. The Philistines captured Samson and threw him in prison. The Philistines thought they had won. They had a great feast to celebrate. They brought Samson out to make fun of him, but they didn't know the secret of Samson's hair. They didn't know it would grow back. Samson prayed to God. He asked for strength one last time. He wanted revenge. He wanted to destroy the Philistines, and God answered his prayer. Samson pushed against the pillars of the temple. The whole building collapsed. He killed himself and thousands of Philistines. In the end, Samson had fulfilled his destiny. He was a hero. He was a legend.